I thought I'd talk about a couple of the principles behind brewing, or the reasons why we brew the way we brew. And I think one of the most important things that doesn't get discussed much is the particle size. With these and the times required, so you could maybe think of this as a skyline. 4 minutes, going down to 2.5, starting to ramp up to 4 minutes. So that means on the ends, longer extraction times, in the middle, shorter extraction times. Why I bring that up is because that's going to be dispositive for your particle size. So when you do a brew, and the longer you're going to have that water-coffee contact time, the bigger the particle size is going to be. So French press, you're going to want that pretty much as coarse as you can make it. Now again, these are guidelines, but most grinders have a French press setting. So big particle size because it's sitting in this vessel for 4 minutes to do the extraction. Now the Chemex is 4 minutes also, let's say 3.5 to 4 minutes. The particle size is not as big as a French press, but bigger than the V60. And then as you start to iterate towards the middle here, these are going to be closer to what you're going to hit for, let's say, a classic drip coffee, a paper filter coffee. This one, again, takes a little longer, 3.5, 4 minutes, like the Chemex. So again, a coarser grind, about equivalent to what you're doing for the Chemex. These two, the Clever and the Eva Solo, identical to the French press, very coarse. So the particle size basically provides a surface area from which to do your extraction, because that's all coffee really is. You're doing a surface extraction. So the more surface you have, the longer time, relatively speaking, the water needs to be with the coffee. The ultimate sort of surface area, if you will, in terms of the greatness of that surface area would be espresso. If you've ever seen an espresso ground coffee, it looks like powder, it looks like dust. So the contact time with that coffee is about 25 to 30 seconds, and it's under high pressure. So that's why you can get away with such a short extraction and have such a full, big sort of cup or mouthfeel. When you're troubleshooting a method, so let's say I said this takes 3.5 to 4 minutes. When you're troubleshooting this method, if it comes out too fast, your particles are too big. If it comes out too slow, your particles are too small. Again, same with this. If this comes out in under 2 minutes, your particles are too coarse. If it comes out over 3 minutes, your particles are too fine. So that's how you troubleshoot all these methods, at least to dial it in to get it in these extraction windows. You should always, use these as benchmarks for developing the cup, but ultimately let your palate decide what's a good cup and what's a bad cup.